I will tell you about 5 cool and useful features in the Chevy Bolt that you probably didn't know about, and if you behave yourselves, one more extra bonus feature at the end of this video, so let's get started. It is not a secret that I am not a big fan of how Chevy Bolt looks on the outside. I personally would prefer if it would look a little bit more slick, something like this, which is a rendering by Electric Design. I put a link to them in the description of this video. I would prefer that it would look like a cool hatchback rather than a compliance car. I was also one of the few people who got to see what the next generation Bolt will look like when I visited the General Motors headquarters back in March. And I gotta tell you, I wasn't that excited about that one either. If I was to describe it to you, I would say, imagine if the current Chevy Bolt was redesigned by the Toyota Prius designer. There. Though many people would disagree with me, and a lot of them love the way the Bolt looks. Let me know in the comment section what you think, but I think we all agree that the Bolt is actually a pretty decent electric car. It's got 259 miles of range on a single charge. It can fast charge with the CCS plug, and a lot of Chevy dealerships are offering pretty good deals on these. I recently got to spend about a week with this car, and I discovered quite a few very cool features that I wanted to share with you guys. And let's start with number 1, which is Regen on demand. Now, this car has one pedal driving if you shift it to the low gear, and it's actually pretty good, but it's also got this secret button on the other side of the steering wheel, which can do wonders. I got the same button in my Volt and I use it all the time. What happens when you press that button, really pull this button towards you, the car gets extra Regen braking, so it brakes a little bit faster, but also gets more energy back into the battery. To demonstrate, we have hired obviously a professional athlete, and you can see what happens when the car brakes on its own and what happens when you use the Regen on demand button. All the high school PE classes are finally paying off. All right, let's move on to number 2, which is the confidence gauge. Now, I absolutely love this feature. I pretty much used it every time I drove this car all the way to San Francisco and Oakland from Sacramento, and essentially this is something that you get on your screen in one of the custom settings. See, in the Volt and the Bolt, like in many other cars, you can actually customize the screen behind your steering wheel, and in one of those modes you can actually see what is the best range you got under the perfect conditions, perfect speed, and what is the worst range you can get. And usually I go with the worst range. That way I definitely know that however many miles it says right there at the bottom, I can definitely count on those. And that's important for anybody who's ever driven an electric car. Speaking of confidence, this is probably a good time to mention our channel sponsor, because this video is sponsored by Manscape. Now, I know you probably watch my videos, well, for the whole electric car thing, but mainly because how well trimmed I look on camera and off camera, because I don't like wearing pants. But my point is that I get some help with that, and I get the help from the Lawnmower 3.0. It's waterproof, it's got changeable blades, built-in LED light, skin-safe technology, and much like your electric car, it does run on lithium-ion batteries and has its own charging station. I kid you not. You get the free boxer briefs and a free travel bag, 30-day money-back guarantee, and if you use the link and the discount code in the description of this video, you also get 20% off and free shipping, and boom! You're ready to start your own YouTube channel. All right, let's get back to the other lithium-ion battery-powered device, which is the Chevy Bolt, and we are at number 3, which is the rear camera mirror. You can have the rear view mirror, the old school, or you can flip the switch and it will turn into a display. The back camera will provide the feed to the display, and it actually can come pretty handy if you have a lot of people jammed in the back seat, or the dogs, or maybe you're moving a couch. Whatever it is, the camera is fixed on the outside of the car, so no matter how much junk you have in your trunk, you will still be able to see everything very clearly. But the best part, if that camera ever gets dirty, you can actually wash it without getting out of your car, though a bit of a warning. it does take a while to wash that out of your eyes. Number 4, the self-sealing tires. Now that's right, this car comes with a Michelin self-sealing tires. These tires have a material inside that can actually seal some of the smaller punctures. So for example, while the normal tires can deflate pretty quickly, these tires will take a while because the air is leaking out little by little, and you will probably be able to get to your destination without stopping. And Chevy Bolt, just like pretty much all other electric cars, does not have the spare tire, and that's why this feature is very important. Number 5, the teen driver mode. Now, this is for those of you who were unlucky enough to stick around to see your kids turn into teenagers and get their own cars, though it also works on some husbands. So before your teenager or your husband gets in, you can turn this mode on and it will limit some features and turn on some other features. And at the end of the day, it will literally generate a report card. It will tell you the distance that your teenager has traveled, the maximum speed, the max speed warnings, the collision alerts, and many other metrics by which you will determine whether or not he or she will get the car back the next day. It will also mute the radio until the seatbelt is on. You can set a speed alert at anywhere between 40 and 75 miles per hour, and you can set the maximum speed to 85 miles an hour, though the maximum speed of the Bolt is about 90 anyway. Alright, so that was number 5, but as I promised, there is one more feature that I've discovered during the week that I had with the car, which is the following distance time. I thought it was a pretty useful feature because it wasn't telling me how close I was to the car in front of me in terms of a distance like meters or feet. It was telling me how close I was to the car in front of me in terms of seconds. And that made much more sense. Don't forget to come back for our weekly electric car news videos, which I've been doing for 4 years. For that, all you have to do is click on that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you don't miss anything moving forward. All right, looking forward to all of your comments. Other than that, see you guys next time, and remember to stay charged.